Awesome. Looks like there is a question that came from Joe. Can flex grids be used to monitor or check up on employees or student usage while using Adilas for admin usage? And that's a great question. And the answer is 100% yes. Okay, so watch this. We've talked briefly about how FlexGrid can allow us to tie things together and how we can add custom fields. Well, what if all we wanted to do was just make a note on something? We have a problem, okay? Cool. So let's actually have you do this. Shannon, go home. Okay. So customers, just as a note, we are just in customers, and customers already have a log. What's going on, what's happening, what's going on, all this kind of stuff. Well, users, they don't have a user log, but guess what we can use? FlexGrid. So let's go up just slightly. You'll actually go to other home pages and go to right in the middle, payees and permissions. Okay, so this particular place ad has a number of people in here. Let's say that Tommy Thread had a problem. So just click on Tommy Thread for a minute. Okay, so right now, if I look at my links at the top, I see add FlexGrid tie-in, and I don't see anything next to it saying that he already has some. So to me, this tells me he has 0 records right now. Okay, go ahead and click on that. Okay, so here's what the page does. First off, it says the host. I'm going to be tied to Tommy Thread. Okay, the next section goes down. Do I need to connect to any other pieces of the puzzle? Okay, and currently we don't right now. Okay. Here's my custom fields. Currently, I have one of 15 of them showing, and it's called Other One. Okay, and it's open entry text. We'll skip that. Scroll down a little bit lower. Okay, I've got relationship types, dates, times, values, transparency options, admin only, and notes. So guess what you would use right here under notes? Yep, you probably go admin only and go. What happened to Tommy Thread? Tommy was fill in the blank.
Tommy was
late for work today. This is, and I gave him a warning. Like, if Joe's talking kind of that type of level, then you could literally log whatever you needed to on that. So now if you look by your link, you now have the, okay, that's one way to view it. Or if you scroll down, what's this? It's technically right there, okay? Boom, you're starting to add a one-to-many to Tommy's record. And so, lots of different ways. Say that there's another one. Say you're like, oh my goodness, I'm going through the notes that were on my desk. I was in such a hurry. I didn't put them into the system. I just have pay slips or something. Slam in another one, change the date. You know, just like change it back to a couple days ago or whatever. So we're skipping every single field except for the date and the note. Okay, bam, bam, bam. And then that's basically all we're using right there. But what it does is it allows us to note things as many times as we need to anything.
I don't know. Something like that. Yes, 2, right there.
So look how small that output is. We've got a relationship, a location, a date. Was it admin, yes or no, and the note section. Like, even though there's 40 some odd fields, what we do to help it kind of look small is we go through it and we're like, which pieces do I really need? And then I'll just show you those small pieces of the puzzle. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but you can log anything. Like, those are the 3 things that you use FlexGrid for. Additional notes anywhere in the system. Okay? Like you can add unlimited. Say you have an invoice and you've tried to collect on this thing, and you've tried to collect on this thing. Why don't you actually just go to, just for fun, go to like an invoice for just a minute. Just go invoice last, just for fun. Okay, so this particular invoice was to Cheryl Moore. What if you actually wanted to add some more FlexGrid to this? Click here, say add a new FlexGrid tie-in, scroll all the way down to the bottom, probably make it transparent, yes or no. I would imagine probably yes, but like, hey, I've called Cheryl 50 times on this thing, and I may have to, you know, like you document the story. Okay, also Joe had a question as far as the difference between the basic and admin status and the visible status. Shannon, do you know much about those pieces right there?
The admin status and the basic?
Correct. Like, he basically said, hey, cool, the admin button, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm just assuming, I would assume that admin is only available to those that have admin permissions, and basic would be available for everyone to see. But then transparent and visible show, so
Okay.
visible show, it would just show up and then it looks like.
What we're going to do is we're currently on an invoice right now. And so what we'll do is we'll actually show you how these different pieces play in. Right now, let's leave it visible, basic. Here's our note, add it. Okay. Okay, scroll down to the bottom of this invoice. Boom. It's physically on the bottom of the invoice. Okay. Let's go to edit. Let's flip that thing to transparent.
Then we could just see it when we search for it.
Correct. So if you hit edit, now scroll to the bottom of that invoice. Now if you scroll up and go to more options, and you see the view standalone flex grid, it's still totally attached, but it's transparent. It's no longer going to show up on the main printable piece of the puzzle. Okay? The admin feature, what it does is admin actually is flexible. So it deals with the level that you're at. Okay? So say we're currently on invoices. If somebody had basic invoice permissions, and then somebody had admin invoice permissions, it depends on where the host record is, okay? So instead of just like general admin, cool, that's my admin user, it's specific to the spot. So say I have Joe, and he's just my salesperson. He just sales, but he does not have any admin invoice permissions. I could technically say admin only, and then only people who have that upper level of permission for invoices could see that FlexGrid tie-in. And if not, matter of fact, we'll do it right now. Why don't you click Edit, and we'll turn it to Admin Only. And I'll bet you we have our admin permission, okay? So we'll just go turn it off. So just hit Edit. Scroll down, it should be gone, so it's transparent and admin, okay? Go ahead and click on More Options, View Standalone FlexGrid. Okay, we can still see it. Watch this. We're going to go turn our admin permissions off, and I just wanted to show you how it works. So go scroll down, Pages and Permissions, you're on it. And we're under Atlas Demo. And System Assets. Okay, and yep. Okay, bottom of the page, update that, and then just go home, just go Invoice Last again. Okay, so scroll down, there shouldn't be anything. Check More Options, click View FlexGrid Tie-ins. I'm sorry, like basically, it couldn't find enough that weren't non-admin, but basically it still totally exists there, but hopefully you can kind of see how it's levels of who gets to play and how does it show, okay? that was a great question, Joe. Thank you very much. Another thing that is kind of important, if you will, and if you want to know what some of these things are, Shannon, let's actually have you go back to that invoice for just a second. And click on Standalone FlexGrid. And then let's actually click Edit by that FlexGrid piece. Click on Help for just a second, okay? And we're not trying to like make you read every help file in the world, but technically if you wanted to know what that was, scroll down towards the bottom until we got towards this admin and stuff. So here's a small description of what does the visible status do, what does the admin status do, etc., okay? So like, we're trying to help you, but it might be slightly buried in the help files. But there is a ton of information as you go through the system. So, okay, I'm done now. You can go play wherever you want.
That's great. You tell me where to play today. Was there any other questions?
I thought it was great. We basically used FlexGrid for multiple pieces. Let's see if you can do a small recap of us, like how we used it to tie things together. So say, for instance,
Definitely.
like our class.
Yeah, great.
So basically, just as a recap, there's 3 basic things that it does. It can tie, it can go custom, or we can just document. Okay, and you technically have done all 3 of these already in the seamstress type thing. So if you can go through those 3 little things just as a light recap, and then we'll move on past the FlexGrid.
For sure. Okay, let's maybe start with just the most simple, just adding a note. So we actually just did that when we've done it on a few, but even when we went and added things for Tommy, we just added notes for Tommy because there wasn't really a place for notes. So we just said, these were some actions that we wanted to log about Tommy, and we wanted just the admin to see it. So we were just adding extra notes to the system that there wasn't technically a space holder for them already. There's not a user log. So we used it in that way. Another way that we used it, actually, FlexGrid. Just gonna look at it. So another way that we used the FlexGrid was actually to customize it. We made custom fields underneath our customers so that we could track all of their measurements, and there wasn't anything like that. Obviously, that's not a need that very many companies have, but as a seamstress, you would want to know their measurements. So we went in, and we could even go to that. Let's see if there's a FlexGrid. We can just go right here.
Manage dynamic
Yep, that's the one.
titles.
Oh,
Sorry.
hit the one just above it. You're fine. There we go. So right here, we added all these measurements that we wanted to have in there. So the last one that we did, we actually did customize it, but we added a little drop-down list as well for payments. But we wanted to connect some things. So I'll just go to time 3 right here. We had a class, but we wanted to track how many seats we had available in our class. And we wanted to link that to if it paid or not for the class already. So we added FlexGrid into that, and we made it custom that we could put a little drop down if they'd paid or not paid or still needed to pay. And then or if they partially paid, excuse me, that was the other one. Those other two were the same. And then we basically just linked that to the invoices. So we have this connection now where we can go look and see what he was charged for. If we need, we can apply more payments. But basically, that was tying things together because we tied together the invoices to the element of time for our sewing class with FlexGrid, and to give us a little more information that we wanted just to be able to find in one place. So then we also left notes for Tommy, and I know we left notes
Why
on
don't you
another
click
user.
on 10? The only other thing I wanted to cover, like on invoice 10, we technically do have some FlexGrid here, but we told it to be transparent.
Hidden. So we
that
had to go
one
into
is
time.
admin only and transparent. It actually, the second little block down right there says FlexGrid tie and stats. Go up just one little block to the next start line.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of saying, hey, just so you know, I've got this many visible and this many of this. And, like, if you had multiples,
Yeah,
it might
changed
even
it.
kind of say, like,
Yeah, we had changed it. Let's change it back. So yes, we had made a special note, but we didn't really want anyone else to see that, but we wanted to be able to track that log in our system. So it's there for us to see, but not for our customer, which is nice.
correct.
So
And technically, they all exist out there as far as the different pieces, and then you're able to search them. You can export them. Like FlexGrid is very powerful. It's virtually your own custom database on top of the Adilas system. It's your own virtual buddy system.
yeah,
So this is kind of funny, and you may or may not like this, but basically what happened was people were saying, oh, can I get a field for this? Oh, can I get a field for this? Oh, can I get a field for this? And eventually we're like, whew, that's going to take us forever. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
make up your own.
Go make up your own. Have fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Currently, FlexGrids don't really play into financials at all. We have had some requests because they are so flexible and you can tie certain things together and they're date sensitive. It may be a future project that we might actually allow those to even play into financials. Currently, they do not, but they are a flag for that date if something special needs to happen or didn't happen. So they do need a host or a main player to reside on, and then it can connect to multiple pieces of the puzzle. Awesome. Let's go ahead and actually take a small break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about elements of time, and I think that it'll be really fun. We'll kind of jump in there really simply, and then we'll basically kind of jump into a little higher level of elements of time.